Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
All right, man, let's talk about Emmanuel Navarrete taking on Oscar Valdez, seeing Valdez hop in the ring after the fight. He pulled out the fight originally. I think they're going to reschedule it for later in 2023. That would have been a really good fight for ESPN, and he was going right into that fight for a title fight after losing to Shakur Stevenson. You hear Bradley saying, well, I think Valdez can make Navarrete pay like Liam Wilson did. And, I think it's a great fight to showcase both guys' talent on ESPN. I still like Navarrete in that fight. It's funny how people can quick forget to see what Shakur Stevenson did to Oscar Valdez. And you got to understand, too, if Navarrete going to be right back in the ring, that spells doom for Valdez, who been off for quite some time. And that's most boxing regiment to fight once a year and all that type of stuff. But what I'm saying is Navarrete, an active Navarrete and keeping his weight down is dangerous. He just as big as Shakur Stevenson, if not naturally bigger than Shakur Stevenson. Now, he don't possess the fundamentals and the technical thing about that Shakur do. Shakur not going to give you the opportunities that Navarrete give you, to capitalize on. But that's what make him an exciting fighter, and that's what make him a great fighter. And when you hurt him, you're gonna have to finish him. Very school fighter when it comes to getting hurt. He knew to drop his mouthpiece out at the right time. So yeah, he knew exactly what to do. He knew exactly what to do. So he knew exactly what to do. So I think kind of moving forward, I think in that fight, I just think Valdez, he's just so small at 130. And I think, they're going to work on just countering Navarrete and trying to land that shot that Liam Wilson did. But if you just going to be counting on trying to land that shot, he going to try to get you. And that's the problem. I think Valdez is just too small. He's just too small. So he going to have to walk Navarrete in the shots and not just look to land the one shot that Liam Wilson landed multiple shots. You know what I'm saying? And I think they're going to have a conversation with Navarrete about taking a knee. They're going to have that conversation. Next time in that situation, just take the knee. Then you don't have to worry about spitting the mouthpiece out. They're going to tell him take the knee. So, but I think Valdez is going to need a jab to stop him from walking in like that. Not too much movement, enough movement. Pivot to the side. Put 1-2 together. You know what I'm saying? I think a jab to the body, then come over the top. It'd be good fights possible. Navarrete, the way he fight, as he move up, he fight better fighters. They gonna make him they gonna capitalize on him. But if you can't take his pressure and you can't take his conditioning, his motor, that's a problem. But you think about it, he always ain't in the best condition that he can be in. That's the crazy part about it. He ain't always in the best condition that he possibly can be in. That dude be looking like, a cruiserweight in between fights. So imagine if they can keep him active and they can keep his weight under control and keep him active. And if he come back and fight, Valdez and stay in shape between fights and come right back, he gonna obliterate Valdez. He gonna stop him. I tell you that. Now, if he get in between fights and don't be disciplined and get out of shape and all that, then Valdez got a chance. But I think it's a 60-40 type of fight in Navarrete. I just think Valdez is simply too small. He possesses the power, he possesses the counter-punching ability. But, you look at Shakur Stevenson, he just did what he wanted to do with him. And a lot of it had to do with his skill, and a lot of it had to do, he was just too big. And Navarrete gonna give you opportunities. And we seen Valdez can fight through pain, through broken jaws and shit like that. For sure. But he gonna give him exactly what he looking for. A fight. And he just bigger, bro. Longer. You know? And then you gotta get his rhythm down pat. And then can Valdez do that? Can he get Navarrete's rhythm down? And if he ain't able to capitalize on some of the counter abilities that Navarrete present, and a lot of people can't because they can't take the pressure, bro. Because there ain't a lot of pressure fighters walking around in boxing. He's an awkward, you know, non-traditional pressure fighter. It ain't a lot of just pure pressure fighters around no more because everybody want to fight behind the shoulder. Everybody want to hit and don't get hit. That's everybody's skilo now. You know, so when you do get a guy like David Navarrete, and I said this before, and you get him in there and he breaking guys down with his pressure, the guy, and he ain't even the best pressure fighter that you ever gonna see. Probably not even top 1,000, but they can't take the pressure, bro. You start walking guys down, they start excessively moving when all they do is take a pivot to turn them. You know what I'm saying? You look at Shakur Stevenson, he's a master of positioning. He's a master of timing, space, distance, whatever you want to call it. And you just need a little bit of movement. You know? A lot of guys, they get in there with these heavy punchers and they want to run before they even, you know, that's like saying, oh, them wings too hot and you ain't tasted them yet. They want to run off, they want to believe the hype. You know? They want to believe the hype. You look at Pernell Whitaker, he took it straight to Chavez scene. Rest in power to Sweet Pea. He took it straight to him. That's how you do it. You set the tone, then you get into what you do best. Then you start doing different stuff and set them off. You set them off balance, and that's what Valdez gonna have to do. He probably be best served to kind of just take it to Navarrete early in that fight. Then, you know, make Navarrete, he got some of that, you know, tit for tat in him like Terrence Crawford. Get him, make Navarrete rush in, and then start countering him. I like to see him counter him to the body too. Don't like he do too many sit-ups neither. And I love to see that. It's a winnable fight for him. Oscar Valdez possesses the skill set. But when you the bigger guy, longer guy, the more powerful guy, that just give you a larger margin for error. That's what it give you, a larger margin for error. And that's what Oscar Valdez going up against. And you just look how small he looked against Shakur Stevenson. Like you got a paperweight in there with a fucking middleweight. And you in there with somebody that's just not gonna sit there and play with you. They trying to knock your ass out. And that has its pros and its cons. Its pros for Valdez is it gives me a greater opportunity to hit you with something than Shakur Stevenson, who always want to be in position to defend and turn defense into offense and go right back to defense. That's what he programmed to do. When that Navarrete programmed to, if you hit me, I'm going to hit you. And if I hit you and I land clean, I'm going to hit you again and again and again and again. And I'm going to overwhelm you, which makes for a more fan-friendly experience. And what gives Oscar Valdez an opportunity because he's reckless. It ain't like he coming in educated, you know, with educated, you know, offensive onslaught. You know, it ain't like what he coming in with. So, but yeah, it might be a fight of the year candidate, honestly. Might be the fight of the year. You know, if Valdez was a natural featherweight, I probably would pick him. But you getting an active Navarrete and an inactive Oscar Valdez coming off the worst ass whooping of his life, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Navarrete. Because Valdez, you don't know mentally, man, you don't know how he gonna recover after that. Quite frankly. Shakur Stevenson had it his way like he was Burger King. Literally, he did what he wanted to do with Valdez, and a lot of times that's a bigger mental hurdle to overcome than getting knocked out, bro. Floyd Mayweather used to just decapitate dudes because they couldn't hit him. You know, he used to just straight decapitate him. You know, but yeah, I think it's definitely one of the better fights the Top Rank could put on. So, and then they, you know, Navarrete was saying he wanted to see if he decided to stay at 130. If he go back down, he go back down. But I think he might as well stay there. He too big to be squeezing down to 26. You know? But I just think the number one thing for him to do, if you're gonna fight in that manner, you got to come in the best condition possible. He gotta stay in shape between fights. He gotta stay in shape in between fights, bro. And he be blowing up, you know. So, but yeah, I like Navarrete in that fight. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live with our video. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Hit the link tree. It's the first link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.